On September 30th, 1983, Gino Perez would step into the ring against Juan Ramon Cruz at the Felt Forum in New York. A little over 2 years earlier, Perez had fatally injured Fred Bowman in a brutal slugfest. Perez had put the tragedy out of his mind, but would soon suffer the deadliest of ironies. Isidro Gino Perez was born and grew up fighting in the streets of Juarez, Mexico, before moving to Los Angeles with his mother and 2 sisters. At the age of 16, he would move to West New York, New Jersey, to become a professional boxer. Perez came from a fighting family, as his uncle was a pro fighter and his cousin, Ramon Ronquillo, was a light heavyweight contender. Perez would live with Ronquillo and begin training at the Hoboken Gym. Teaming up with manager Al Cerdo, Perez would win a national AAU title but never finish high school. Now working as a security guard to support himself, he would turn pro in October of 1977. Perez's cousin, Ronquillo, didn't like boxing much, Al Cerdo said. He liked the good life and didn't really start training until 2 weeks before a fight. But Gino, he trained too much. He loved the sport. Perez quickly became seen as a fighter with potential. His only loss would be to the vastly more experienced Villamar Fernandez, who only beat him by a majority decision. On February 28, 1981, Perez would take on Fred Bowman, an up-and-coming prospect who had an amateur rivalry with Ray Mancini. The two engaged in a fierce battle until Bowman's trainer noticed something was wrong with his fighter and stopped the bout. Bowman would walk back to his dressing room under his own power, only to drop to the ground when unlacing his shoes. He began foaming at the mouth and would be rushed to the hospital. Bowman would never regain consciousness and would die over a year later at the age of 24. For days, Perez's family would try to hide the news as no one wanted to tell him that he killed a man in the ring. When Perez finally found out, he began questioning whether or not he should return to his profession. His sisters and mother echoed his growing doubts, but he knew he had to return to the ring. According to his cousin, Hector Rios, life without boxing was too difficult to face. He figured the only good ability he had to make money was boxing, Rios said. What else could he be? A security guard? A porter? It's hard to have a future like that. Perez would reel off 5 straight wins, including an upset victory over former world title challenger Patrick Ford. These wins would lead him to a television date against fellow prospect Juan Ramon Cruz. Perez was excited about the fight as the winner would be assured of a top 10 ranking.
Perez, no slouch himself, with a record of 13-1-1, 10 of them by knockout. So this is a fight between 2 certified punchers and 2 good boxers, and the referee is Charlie Norcus, who was strictly a puncher when he was a fighter.
Cruz, born in Santurce, Puerto Rico, now makes his home in New York. Looping right hand dropped on the chin of Cruz, but did no damage.
Part of it landed on the chest.
Final seconds, round 1, scheduled for 10. Good left hook by Perez. You're watching professional boxing from Madison Square Garden's Felt Forum.
Perez was getting some pretty good licks in there. Perez got some pretty good licks in at the end of that first round, Sam. But instead of backing up, Juan Ramon Cruz just outfought him. And that's what we've seen consistently here tonight, Sam. Nobody's running away tonight.
Not at all.
They're just going toe-to-toe.
Nice left hook by Cruz.
Cruz is throwing more punches than, Perez is throwing more punches than Cruz.
Oh, and he dropped that overhand right in there. A good one. That backed up Cruz, and a left hook scores. Gino Perez coming on. And Ramon Cruz fights back. He turned it around in a hurry. Good exchange. That was a push, but that right hand scores. Perez is wobbly. Big attack by Juan Ramon Cruz as he tries to put a quick end to this fight. Perez hanging in another right by Cruz.
Cruz could very well do that, Sam, because Perez is just standing there and taking blows instead of moving around the ring. He's vulnerable.
swelling over the left eye of Perez. Again, Perez is wobbled.
He's been dizzy ever since that first right hand that he took.
Big round for Juan Ramon Cruz. Perez eyes are glassy. He's hanging in there trying to fight Cruz off. Less than half a minute to go in round 2. Perez coming on with a right of his own. Cruz threw a lot of punches.
Tell you, we're seeing nothing but heroes tonight, Sam. Nobody wants to back up.
Wow. Good left hook by Juan Ramon Cruz as this second round comes to an end. Oh, some nasty looks. Good left hook by Cruz. He's getting the better of the exchanges here. Big lump, right side. Side of the left eye.
Use thumbless gloves, except in sub-championship bouts, which is the weakness of the whole thing. What's the difference? The championship bout is in an eye just as vulnerable as it is in a 4-round fight.
Absolutely.
Well,
Perez continues to get that right hand in there. It's been his best and most effective punch. Cruz is standing there toe-to-toe.
Cruz does not hit that hard, Sam. He lands a lot of punches, doesn't hit that hard.
Perez?
I meant Perez, right. Cruz does hurt you when he lands the punch.
And suddenly, Cruz sitting on the ropes taking shots from Perez. I don't know if he was hurt, but...
Not at all. He was not hurt. He took those shots and he just rolled with it.
Oh, good uppercut got in there in that flurry that stung Perez. Here they go again. Left hook scores big for Cruz. Big swelling over the left eye of Gino Perez. He drops that overhand right in there again.
Perez getting a lot of punches across, Sam, especially that right hand. Really not doing any damage. May eventually do some, but right now he's landing and not doing any damage at all.
Late in round 3. It's been a toe-to-toe battle. Oh, big right hand, and down goes Gino Perez. Got right up. A big counter right by Juan Ramon Cruz.
Got right up, and it didn't seem to bother him, but you can't tell.
And Cruz is going for the knockout. He wants to end it right here. He's landing with both hands. Perez trying to fight back. Good right by Cruz. Again, the right by Cruz.
Perez's punch is coming slow now. No power at all in him.
Cruz again with a combination of beautiful left-right. And again, the combination.
It's all over, Sam. It's not going to be long.
Well, the right hand continues to score. Perez is almost out on his feet.
He's a gutsy fighter. He's taking a lot of punishment. Too much.
He's hanging in there. 20 seconds to go in round 4.
Look at the way Cruz is polishing him off, Sam. This is a mark of a good fighter when you see the way he finishes his opponent off when he has him in trouble.
Perez, I don't know what's keeping him up.
He takes a punch.
Wow.
He takes one heck of a punch.
What guts. He is wobbly, shaky, rubbery, but he lasts the round. He's in against a real tough customer. Cruz comes out like he wants to finish it right off, and a left hook starts Perez down.
Perez has no legs anymore. His legs are gone.
He's trying to punch Cruz off, but I don't think he'll be able to do it.
All he's got right now is guts.
To punch himself out. He continues to land the left-right combination. Perez getting in a right hand on occasion. But it's Cruz.
Perez can't hurt him, Sam.
No.
Can't hurt him anymore. He doesn't have that much power.
Juan Ramon Cruz. He hasn't lost control.
And he hasn't lost his head either. He's standing right there, and he's taking his time. He knows he's got Perez where he wants him. He knows it's a matter of time. I don't see how this fight could go all the way at all.
Good left hand by Cruz. Perez looking for the right. He has landed it a few times in this round, but he has not been able to hurt Cruz. John, has Cruz gotten a little arm weary?
Yes, I think he might be. He might be either that or he's playing possum or timing himself, Sam. He might be taking a little vacation at the moment. Fighters do that. They rest up in the middle rounds and they have to go 10. Perez is a gutsy fighter. He's staying right in there. I don't know whether Cruz is tired or is just taking it easy for a while.
He started the round like he wanted to end it. Then suddenly he started to coast, or at least pace himself. Now he's picking it up with half a minute to go in round 5. Good right hand by Gino Perez.
Perez never gives up.
No.
He's a tough customer. Of course, the pace that Cruz is setting right now is okay with Perez, too.
Yeah.
Because he needs a breather.
.40 seconds to go in this 6th round, scheduled for 10. Gino Perez was down from a right hand in the 4th round. That was a good right by Perez.
Didn't have much effect. He doesn't punch all that hard.
Perez seems okay. Eyes are clear. Final seconds, round 6. Cruz coming on as this one comes to an end. 7 scheduled for 10. Gino Perez in the red trunks. Juan Ramon Cruz in the blue trunks.
That lump is still on the left eye, alongside the left eye of Perez. Doesn't seem to have bothered him since he got it, and it hasn't gotten any larger that I can see, and it's certainly not opened up, so he's lucky.
And even that knockdown, it was more being stunned than anything else. Went down to one knee and got right up. There's a good right hand that wobbled Perez, and here comes Cruz, and the right sends down Perez again. The count is 3. He's up at 4. He'll take the mandatory 8.
Tells the referee he's okay, but I don't think he is.
Cruz looking to close the show. The left hand is good. Perez is hurt. The right hand lands. They stop it. It's all over.
And the second, Al Soto was jumping into the ring saying, no more, stop it. He was waving to Charlie Norcus, the referee, before he took that last left hook and went down on his haunches. Al Soto did not want any more of the fight. The doctors are in the ring looking at Perez.
Heading into the 7th round, Perez was ahead on 2 of the 3 judges' scorecards. Perez's manager, Al Soto, stated that he was concerned after the 5th round as his fighter was taking too many solid shots to the head. But after Perez won the 6th, he thought he would be okay. He was in control in the 7th, Al Soto said, until he got hit with that right hand that knocked him down. When he got up, his back was to me. The ref asked if he was okay, and he said he was. But when he stepped away from the ropes, I saw him wobble. That's when I jumped on the ring apron. But Soto was too late. Before the referee could move in to stop it, Perez would be hit with another left hook and right hand. The fighter would get up and walk around the ring a couple of times to try and clear his head. He made it to Cruz's corner and congratulated him on his victory. Then he went back to his own stool and collapsed. Perez would be taken by ambulance to New York St. Vincent's Medical Center. He would be placed on life support, and Soto would be there with the family every day. Perez would die at 10:30 a.m. on October 6, 1983, 6 days after the knockout loss. Doctors initially thought that Perez had suffered a brainstem injury, but the autopsy report would show that his death was the cause of a spinal cord injury resulting from a broken vertebrae at the top of the neck, where the spinal column joins the brainstem. He knew it could happen to him, Soto said. They all know that, but again, nobody ever thinks it will happen to them. You always think it would be the other guy. During the fight, he never took a backward step, Soto said. Gino was always in there, throwing punches. He was taking a lot of punches, too. He'd come back to the corner and I'd say, I want to stop it. He'd say, no, I'm all right. Gino was like that. He fought like a lion. After receiving word Perez had died from his injuries, sports writer Joe Cesari wrote, "Gino Perez had the heart of a lion, and the lion sleeps tonight."